Hey guys.
Hi.
Oh,
Happy Hump Day.
that is a voice we have been missing.
Well, listen, I've been doing pretty good lately, but I did slip up. Got corona again.
Oh, God.
Yes, then
Weekend corona.
Quick weekend corona.
Quick little ventilator, bam, bam, bam.
Bam.
Got some hydroxychloroquine, and I'm
Yep.
back.
Which by the WHO now is declaring it unsafe to use.
They are. I mean, I've heard that the studies were like horrendous,
Yeah.
but whatever, Trump's on it.
He's
He
on it.
looks
He's
good.
taking it every
There's
single
no
day.
way he's taking it, right?
No way.
It's just,
That guy's probably not even taking Lipitor for his cholesterol.
Yeah. Have you heard all the things about him? Like he's just juiced up on, what's the like? It's like a. It's like a regular over-the-counter. It has like amphetamine in it, but it's like allergy medicine or whatever.
Like a Claritin?
Yeah, or something like that. And he's just
Yeah.
like ramped up on.
I mean, you gotta give the guy credit. He's in his mid-70s. He's significantly overweight. He does not seem to be lacking energy.
Yeah.
So speaking of
That
overweight,
ego is better than fucking.
speaking of overweight, maybe we can get him a book that just entered the bestsellers
All
of
right.
New York
Wow.
Times.
Good idea.
Oh, baby.
Yeah.
What do we got? What book
Send
should
it
we
over
get
to
him?
1600 Pennsylvania.
Ilana,
Yeah.
congratulations. Noticed your book has entered the Wall Street Journal top 10 bestseller.
Wow. Alana should do a publicity stunt and go throw the book over the White House.
Yeah,
Over the
You know,
that's a
say,
good idea.
Take this, fatty.
It says, yeah.
You know, that'd be
Well,
good.
ironically, the name of the book is You Can Drop It. So
There you go.
just drop
it.
drop in the book.
Yeah.
But how do
social
you
media
convince a guy in his mid-70s who's morbidly obese, as Nancy Pelosi said,
Yeah.
that he needs to lose weight?
Never. You can't convince him not to take
What if he
hydroxychloroquine.
like? How good would this be for Ilana if like that book got into Trump's hand and he goes, you know what? I decided to lose some weight because of this book.
Oh, you
that would be
kidding?
the biggest selling book ever.
Yeah, do you know all the middle America just fatties that would be like, I like
If
Alana.
Trump can do it, I can do it.
I can
Yeah.
do it. Alana said, put the Mountain Dew down. And I'm going to do that.
She said water first.
We love that.
then I drink
Water
my Diet
first,
Coke.
veggies most, she said.
Yeah, she did.
She said that.
Ironically, when water first, what that means is go to your nearest lake as fast as you can with no
Yeah,
mask.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what water
Go
first.
to Raging Waters.
Oh, that's not what she meant?
The good folks of Missouri took her literally.
Literally.
Oh my. Okay, yeah. Can we talk about that?
Yeah, I mean,
So-
we mentioned it on yesterday's episode.
Okay. So Memorial Weekend, though, did you guys talk about just in general?
We talked about Memorial Weekend,
Oh
just
my
pandemonium.
gosh. Did you talk about Pete?
Yes.
Okay. Was Pete here?
Yeah.
Pete got back.
Oh, you made it back?
Did
Well,
you
I came back Sunday. I didn't realize we were recording. Thankfully, I came back Sunday. So D goes, we're recording? He goes, yeah. I go, whoa, okay.
How's your throat feeling?
What?
From sucking all that.
Oh my.
I mean, I was, wait, what?
All that.
Oh, right. I thought you were
sucking down
talking about
and
all
the
that.
other
I didn't mean the drinks. I meant the guys.
Just sucking down.
To be fair, we actually didn't talk about what he did over the weekend. We just said he went to Palm Springs.
Yeah, I wanted to leave
It's
it at
really,
that.
you know, it's like it's don't ask, don't tell policy.
Yeah.
Right, and there's a reason I didn't post.
I saw a video of you pushing a dude in a pool.
That wasn't, everybody said that was public.
No, I'm just saying
Yeah,
that's where
everybody-
it started and then you
Yeah.
went dark.
But it was
Yeah.
a public pool?
No.
Public
That was a
post.
public post.
But I'm just
Okay.
saying when you start with that on Friday and
We-
then
No,
and then
that's
you
Saturday.
go dark
Yeah.
Saturday and
Yeah.
then you go dark for 2
Needed
days.
to go 0 dark 30.
I don't trust you, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay far away from you for 4 more days.
Right. Oh, no. I mean, it wasn't anything that bad. It was just that I took that got way too intense.
Oh,
You took
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
wow. Look,
Really
And they were a
expanding
lot
your
stronger than we
horizon.
had planned on.
at the house
And-
or you went to like Joshua Tree and did the hippie
No,
thing?
just the house.
weird trip, or was it?
No, it was just too intense. Like I couldn't post. I couldn't have my phone.
Oh, that's why you didn't post.
Yeah, because I had to like leave my phone alone because I was like geeking the
Head
fuck
was
out.
spinning.
Did you have
Yeah.
a?
No, it wasn't even head spins.
Did you have an awakening after?
No.
Did you see anything?
I've done it like a lot, so it's not really like a surprise. Yeah.
He's like, my brain's fried.
Did you? So, what was the group? Was there girls there as well, or was
Yeah.
it just a pack of dudes on?
Just some back at dudes.
Okay.
No, a lot of girlfriends, a lot of
Lot of girlfriends.
well, there was
were you having an orgy?
no.
Wow. Orgy. Pete
No.
took on to this Hollywood thing quick.
Yeah.
Fitting right in.
You're in Palm Springs
Mm-hmm.
having orgy.
Yeah, it's about as good as it gets, they say.
Swinging both ways. I like it.
Yeah. Okay. Did you guys see that the LAPD is saying that there was a bunch of peeps over the weekend.
Yeah.
Hollywood Hills house parties were cracking.
Looks like, we were wondering when like the house party thing was, I'd heard from friends they had been going to parties, but every time they said it was like 10 people, 20 people. They were going to like different people's houses for parties during the day or the evening this weekend. This weekend was full explosion, party central in LA. I know it was happening everywhere else in the country, in bars and restaurants. We all saw the footage everywhere. But in LA, LAPD has now come out and said, if you throw a party, so what people are doing are renting houses and throwing parties because they don't want to get in trouble at their own house.
Yeah.
Right.
So let's just burn a house to the ground and seize what happened. This, what this is gonna happen? What's gonna happen is this isn't gonna stop. People are gonna continue to have parties, so they'll have no choice. They're just gonna have to open the restaurants up. If they thought they were gonna open it in July, it's opening next week. 2 weeks.
Given a city like LA and all over California, which has the most stringent of the shelter-in-place rules, there's absolutely no reason why outdoor venues should be closed. Because the alternative is you're going to pack everyone inside in a house. Like the partying's happening either way.
Yeah.
And it's proven indoor spreads corona faster than outdoor.
Yeah.
So just wisen up. Like stop with these just like hammer. Everyone's partying.
Yeah.
Like get over it.
Yeah.
This is like how some people argue like you should make drugs legal because people are going to do them anyway.
Yeah.
But like, it was just with hanging out with 10 people.
Yeah.
Like, might as well just, like the fact that Runyon and all those places have been closed, they might be open now, but the fact they've been closed this whole time is just absurd.
Yeah.
Like think about like almost every venue that has a parking lot. Just let them open with the parking lot.
The same way
bar
they let people now just sell alcohol for delivery and takeout.
Yeah.
Like you can just literally pull your car up to Pink Taco, grab a margarita in your car, and
Yes.
just keep going.
You can do that. I think it's State Social or something. You can do that
you
too.
can
They're like
do that.
out on the balcony. You just pull up and like, fuck it.
Yeah, the sushi place in Sunset Plaza, the guy's just standing outside making drinks. People are just walking by doing the shot. And keep
Oh my
moving.
God.
So might as well, they make it so hard for outdoor venues to get liquor licenses.
Yeah.
They can only have beer and wine or they can't. Why do you have all these dumb rules to begin with? Just let them start opening up. Like let Delilah open up the parking lot.
Sure.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah, but wait,
A parking lot party.
Yeah,
Doesn't Rock and Riley's have that big ass parking lot? They do
in
that
the back?
annual party.
And do a block party every weekend.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
I mean, they're gonna have to do it, and they have to think quick, and it just evolved. Like, forget all your dumb liquor licensing rules. Like, why does this guy get to do this and this? Why is there a difference? I never even understood why there's a difference between hard liquor and beer and wine. Just give the fucking guy a liquor license.
It's
what's
just
the difference?
stupid.
Yeah.
It's just like gatekeepers deciding, empowering themselves.
Exactly. And now we need to get business back into these restaurants. Let them all have outdoor seating. You know how hard it is for a restaurant probably to get seating on a sidewalk in LA? I bet you it's hard. I don't know. I have no details on it.
Right.
But the thing about it, there's no cafe style eating in LA like there is in Paris or like in London. You
Right.
can't just sit outside anywhere in LA.
Like the Beverly Center should just be 8 levels of open bars and restaurants, and everyone just walks around.
Beverly Center maybe should just go away. They could just tear the roof off.
I'm just trying to
They
think.
just
in like this-
renovated the whole damn
Yeah,
thing.
They spent $500 million to get nothing.
They should have.
Who made that investment?
Started a meth lab in there. They would have been more successful.
Just a one big Breaking Bad episode.
Yeah, that thing's a joke.
I'm
just
just
like-
thinking like open air areas in West Hollywood. Like
Yeah.
where can we, find that? There's not much land
Yeah,
here.
you can go Jones. Yeah, there's a handful of restaurants you can go
You should
to.
have like at Pan Pacific, it should literally look like the Coachella beer garden.
Yeah.
You should just have a festival every weekend.
Yes, and that's
And then you actually control crowd quantities, and you can make it safe.
you totally can. They just don't want to do that because you have to think.
Right.
The
problem is they're
politicians
gonna-
don't want to think.
Yeah, the problem is they're going to be too slow and uptight, and people are just going to say, fuck you.
Yeah.
Because I already feel like the people that are winning are the people that are like bending or breaking the rules. Somehow Pete has been going to bars in Santa Monica and like sitting in the grass for weeks.
And
Yeah.
this is the problem with politicians. What is better? Having 15, 25-year-olds crammed in a 3-bedroom apartment beer ponging.
Yeah.
And then going back to their parents' house on the weekend. Maybe they're asymptomatic. Grandma
Yeah.
gets corona. occupies a hospital bed, ventilator. Like, think.
Yeah.
Think.
Yeah, I don't think this is going to go good. I think people are going to, you saw it shift so big in 1 week. People are going to just do whatever they want. And then you have now this precedent of like, fuck you, Gavin Newsom.
Yeah.
Like, we don't care what you say.
Yeah, that's the
going
problem.
to just be crazy. Then you have another flare up or something. You have no control now.
And that really is becoming the real issue now, is that people are so frustrated that they literally don't care. And then you even see, I saw a video on CNN.com of a guy that in Missouri is unfortunately going to have, thanks to the Lake of Ozarks, is just going to have a terrible outbreak. And this guy went to get a haircut and found out the stylist that he got a haircut from had corona, and now he's like awaiting. So they interviewed him like, so was it worth the risk? And he's like, honestly, no, it wasn't worth the risk. And he's like, now I feel guilty and I might have coronavirus because I wanted to get a fucking haircut. And he didn't seem like he was like a true believer in like, oh, is this a real or hoax? And that's the concern that I have, is that our citizens aren't being armed with accurate information. They're now extremely frustrated. They're just going to go back into the universe. And unfortunately, like this guy, he was a heavier dude, older. He's the one that's going to suffer if he gets corona.
Yeah.
And that's the real challenge with the reopening, is that people are so pissed they don't even care anymore.
Yeah.
God forbid something happens.
But that's what happens when you don't have clear information.
Yeah.
Like, I think I was pretty shocked at how well people followed the rules for the first month. And I think that if you gave people clear, concise, real information, people would still follow it.
Yeah.
But when it flip-flops every week, and you have Trump saying one thing and governor saying another thing, whatever, it's like, of course people are just going to lose it.
And the problem with this pathetic way we're deciding to reopen and choosing random things, and if there is a second wave, there's no way people are going to listen to anything.
No. They're just going to say fuck it at this point, I
Yeah.
think. But I really am curious, like, when do these numbers start hitting? Like, you'd think you'd see numbers this week. That's the only thing that blows my mind, is no
Right.
one has reported, hey, here is a graph or something of the number of cases that have went up since we did X.
So the governor of Texas and the governor of Florida are publicly saying their numbers continue to look better. And they've been open now probably 3 weeks, right?
Yeah. They've been doing little stuff for a long time.
Yeah, and I think that's a function also of the warm weather, the function that most people who are getting together outside.
Yeah, and it's a function of the way those states exist. Florida and Texas are massive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of land, a lot of space.
People are on top of each other.
Not having a subway system like New York City is a huge benefit to stopping the spread of germs.
Yeah.
And then what about like, so now churches are all good, and so what's this thing about retailers? I read like retailers can open like kind of the way that Walmart and Target have, like they have rules, but you can go in there and shop around.
Yeah, so similar to how the grocery store experience is, which is, you line up 6 feet. They're going to limit the number of shoppers at once. I mean, most of these stores, let's be honest, there's no one shopping in most of these retail stores. So I think with the exception of a handful of stores that are actually busy, everyone else will continue their normal empty state. What were you saying?
No, I was just going to say, it's funny how every retailer that should have been bankrupt 4 months ago just chose this 2-month window to file.
Yeah.
Because it's very convenient. Oh, it's Corona. Sorry, guys. JCPenney would have been really successful if it weren't for
JCPenney was
They're
revolutionizing
still
retail.
using that excuse. Hey, man, Corona.
Yeah. And I think that, the churches, the mosques, the synagogues that can now reopen, curious to see how that is going to be enforced. 6 feet of physical distance among congregants is what they're asking. The California state is asking. That is tough.
And it's scary because who goes to religious gatherings? Older people.
Yeah.
It's not young people. Pete's not going to church on Sunday morning.
No.
God, no.
He's recovering from his
burning.
he goes to church on Saturday night with a
Man to that.
looks for Jesus.
Jesus.
Unfortunately, I know those people want to go back to their religious services, but that's at risk.
Yeah.
Not an outdoor bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I also think that, number one, you're inside, you're really close, but This sounds messed up. I think middle America, a lot of the churchgoers are unhealthy, older, some overweight, you know?
Definitely older. I mean, that's, if you look at any, even our, like, my mom's kind of Hindu organization in Southern California, it's all older people.
Yeah.
It's not like 26-year-olds. Oh, I'm going to kick back tonight.
I wonder what the Justin Bieber pastor's doing. The Supreme pastor. Does he have Haley Bieber in there?
I'm sure he's zooming.
Yeah, he's zooming.
He's definitely zooming.
If I charging a subscription fee.
Yeah, $600. I'll give you a private
My
service.
weekly webcast.
OnlyFans.
Yeah. Oh my God. Did you see the Tory Lanez is doing a OnlyFans. He blew up on Instagram
with the live,
and now he's doing that after dark on OnlyFans.
So it's just like raunchy.
I'm sure it's just.
So I haven't done my diligence on this, and someone we know tells me Tekashi 6ix9ine's numbers are plummeting negatively.
I think they probably are. I feel like he's kind of. Yeah, he kind of played himself a little.
He's an idiot. Of course, it was going to happen.
He took a weird. He came out real hot, but then he took a weird route of like, I'm going to snitch on everyone. I'm still going to beef with everyone. Like, here's a video of Snoop Dogg cheating on his wife that like came out years ago. Like, just like kind of annoying.
Yeah.
So his whole shtick is
he's
done.
over. He's finished.
Yeah, he might have just smoked himself.
Pete, you're not interested anymore?
No, I was never interested. I never even listened to the album.
Good. That's way to keep it real, Pete.
I didn't even watch his
For the
live.
streets.
I watched his live for like 2 seconds.
Yeah,
It didn't
Pete
even
lives
fucking
by the
count.
street code.
I unfollowed him on Instagram too.
Even though he just snitched on himself for doing drugs.
Yeah, what a bitch ass hoe.
No, you. I'm talking about you.
Me. What a bitch ass hoe I
You just
am.
Tekashi 6ix9ine yourself. Okay, you want to move on?
Yep.
Here's a fun one. Jeffrey Epstein. Mm-hmm. What are we getting? Some words from his lawyer that, he was excited about clearing his name. The cellmate seemed a little sketchy. Like, what happened? This guy came out and said something?
His lawyer is saying, so apparently this is also part of, I think there's a Netflix documentary coming out.
Filthy Rich.
This month.
And one of the things his attorney said was he was upbeat and excited. Jeffrey Epstein. That guy should not be upbeat and excited about anything.
Yeah.
And he felt that he was in a dangerous situation. And he's pretty much saying, he's like, I don't know how it went down. I don't know who did it, but I believe it's a homicide. So the lawyer is now coming out and sharing that information as well. There was also some interesting, I think in this documentary, one of the keepers of the island where Jeffrey Epstein had home on, that Bill Clinton frequented it. So I think a lot of information is coming out through these documentaries, but like, I don't know how much we're going to get that's the truth, how much is going to get covered up. The only people, in my opinion, that can really bring down Jeffrey Epstein is Netflix. Because I feel like they're not tied into the old Hollywood folks and the old power circles of the Rupert Murdochs and
That's true.
and that whole world. And they are just like rogue $200 billion company that can do whatever the hell they want.
Yeah.
So if anyone's going to bring down Jeffrey Epstein, it has to be Netflix.
Imagine.
That's it. They're the most independent
So you're
organization.
hopeful that there's going to be some new information in this documentary?
No, I don't think it's going to be enough where we're going to discover something. I think it's going to be like taking very obvious things and just shedding a light on it.
It's like the R. Kelly situation.
Yes,
Like
exactly.
this guy got away with his thing for so long, and they do a documentary that goes viral, and now he's in jail.
Obviously he was around the most powerful people in the world. How is there not one person with a conscience that's like, hey guys, this is what was going on?
Because it's not good for anyone when you're in on it.
No, I get it, but
brings
there's
down
always
I think it's too scary of like, my story would get squashed. Like, I know who was involved in this with me, and there's no way.
and I mean, it's just someone's got to say something.
I know. But where the fuck is Ghislaine Maxwell?
Yeah.
She is Jeffrey Epstein. There's essentially another Jeffrey Epstein that is walking around the world right now.
Yeah, and they don't want to, they don't
Netflix
want to
will get
really
her.
deal with it. Yeah, exactly.
She'll be in cuffs a month after this.
Documentary.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be honestly, I think Netflix is one of these organizations because they've come up independently of the old power kind of circle of Hollywood where they can just expose things and change people's minds.
I mean, they got Trump to comment on looking at pardoning Joe Exotic. So anything, that was all Netflix.
And to be honest, if you're even from old Hollywood, if you want that next big check, it's coming only from one place.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
you better play ball.
That's very true.
You're going to tell us who was at that island, okay? You want your little stupid movie greenlit?
They're just throwing like hundreds of millions of dollars at the most famous people in the world and say,
Yeah.
you're now owned by Netflix. It's
Yeah.
Yeah, so here's 5 movies and 3 secrets about Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah.
100 million. Okay. And we have a little bit of a bummer like segment here. Racism as a whole. Not cool. Still very much alive. I think way more than, especially me, than I realize. You guys have actually experienced it. But way more alive than anyone would like to think. For some reason, right now, like the last week or two, if you tie in Ahmad, that's his name, right? Ahmad?
Yep.
It just seems really prevalent again, like all these videos of cops and all these different things.
Well, I think it's always happening. The problem is now people are back out, so it's now back to being
and we just have cell
harassing black
phones,
people.
right? So we didn't.
I'm saying the last 3 months there was a pause.
Moratorium on hunting innocent black people.
Yeah.
Yes, there was, and I think now we're all getting back to normal life, and there's this extra on edge that everybody is on. Is now it's just exploded. Think about even last week there was the FedEx driver that was locked inside of an Oklahoma gated community because they thought he was not a FedEx driver.
Yeah.
And now in Minneapolis today being Tuesday, a man was arrested, being videotaped. The police officer puts his knee to the man's head to the ground. They're arresting him because it was a traffic stop, and then he got out of the car aggressive, so they arrested him. The guy is taking a video and saying, "Hey, why are you being like that? Like, he can't breathe." He's saying he can't breathe. And the transcript pretty much reads, and he goes to the police officer, "It looks like you're enjoying it. He can't breathe. I can see him." 4 minutes later, he's unconscious. Then soon after, pronounced dead. The Minneapolis Police Department has now fired the 4 men. This is on camera. I don't know if you become more emboldened when you're on camera, or you're just so delusional that you're not doing something wrong. And this is now this has become such a problem amongst police and the way they treat African Americans in our country. And it's so sad that this person just got I don't know.
It actually doesn't matter what he was pulled over for.
It doesn't matter. No, you should
It
be
doesn't
treated.
matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if he broke the law.
Yeah.
You put him in cuffs
Exactly.
and you take him in.
Yeah, because if it was anyone else, that's all you would do.
He could have broken 3 laws. He was already restrained.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so this again, I think Eric Garner was the one that couldn't breathe and ended up passing away. And now we're hearing about this, and it's on fucking camera.
Yep.
So how many times is this happening where we're not seeing it on camera?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, every day we're seeing it all over the country. And, people always say, I want to talk about the other case as well, because I think there's parallels to it. The other case...
Keep in mind quickly, in between that, there's another one that came up from like years ago, but they've been trying to get something done and nothing got done, and now it's going viral online, where a guy, a 23 or 24-year-old, I don't remember his name, was sitting in his car, and a cop came up to him and he said, "What are you doing?" And he said, "Oh, I'm resting." He said, "I'm sorry, I didn't mean to." He kept saying, "I didn't mean to." And the cops shot him and killed him. Like, there's a video of it, body cam footage, and I can't even imagine the slightest thing he did that would justify any of that. So that's also going viral in the middle. So you have Ahmaud Arbery, you have this, that, and then this other video.
Yeah, and we have this video that came out over the weekend. It's now called, at least a funny name, Central Park Karen.
Central Park Karen.
It's this woman is walking her dog through Central Park. This man is a black dude walking through Central Park. he then spots this woman. The woman has her dog off the leash, and he goes, "You got to put the dog back on the leash. That's the rule of this area."
Yeah.
It's called, I think, the Central Park Ramble. And she's like, "No, I'm not." She refuses to do it. He starts videotaping. She flips out. "Why are you videotaping me?" He goes, "Because you're not allowed to do this." And then he goes, "You're harassing me. I'm calling the police." So he's like, "Cool, call the police." Calls the police and says, "An African-American man is threatening me and blah, 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 blah."
Crying, like.
Crying. Then she's trying to get her dog to like chill out. Dog's going crazy. Then she like knees her dog in the neck. Dog's like squirming.
That dog knows she's racist.
Yes.
So he's like, don't make me go home with her.
Literally the dog even knows this bitch is crazy.
Yeah.
So then she starts kind of being aggressive at him and he just keeps the camera on. And what you don't understand in that moment, when you are a white person and you make that phone call, you might be making the phone call that ends that person's life.
Yeah.
Because we just see how police act inappropriately to a group of people. He records it. Luckily, his sister posts it, goes viral. I don't know what happened with the police after that, but what happened afterwards is everyone revealed who this woman was. Her name is Amy Cooper. They found out she works at Franklin Templeton Investment Fund. She's a VP, and they got her fired.
Yeah.
And I don't feel bad at all that this woman got fired, because what people don't realize is, because I know people are going to say, "Oh my God, her life got ruined."
Yeah.
She was about to potentially end his by making that ridiculous.
And it's not even like, even if not worst case scenario, like still if this guy were to get arrested, right? Because we do know that it's pretty easy to assume that the cops could show up, arrest the black dude, right?
Yeah, always.
And that could have ended, he could have got fired for that.
Yeah.
Why'd you get arrested in Central Park? You're out of here, man. Like, you put this guy's whole thing at risk.
And what people always say, and I would say I'm a victim of this, is that like education is the ultimate equalizer. And I mean that in the sense of opportunity. This guy went to Harvard.
Yeah, he went to Harvard.
Oh
She was an
gosh.
insurance broker, it seems like.
Yeah.
So they're both white collar folks.
Yeah.
And you just can't let racism get in the way of some of these things.
It just doesn't. I just am so mind blown. You're right. Like, that's Central Park. Very high level, educated, smart people. You can't blame this on like, oh, it's in the backwoods of Georgia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
The most diverse city in the world.
Yeah.
New York City.
Yeah, exactly. And
How do you even live in New York City if you
and
only trust white people?
Exactly. And like that is such a fundamental flaw of how people look at these situations and don't understand how they are reacting. And I'm so down for this Karen movement.
Yeah.
Because you need to feel uncomfortable acting, thinking like this. It's not appropriate, because God forbid if they did that, they don't give a fuck.
Right.
They literally wouldn't care. Like, like, I need to speak to your manager. They're so entitled. And these videos are coming out every single day. So if those that don't know, pretty much like middle-aged white women screaming at people, "I need to talk to the manager," are called Karens, if you don't know. I'm sure everybody knows
They're
now.
the absolute worst.
The worst, right?
Yeah.
And there's a video of people in Staten Island that just get posted today of like all the shoppers were wearing masks. This is Staten Island. This is New York. This is clearly there's a problem in New York. You need to wear a fucking mask.
Especially New York got hit the hardest.
Yes.
Yeah.
This woman's not wearing a mask. Like these bunch of Karens. So those shoppers just all like got together and got rid of them.
They pushed the Karen out.
They just like, "You got to go.
Yeah.
We're not letting you shop here." They didn't even ask the staff. The shoppers took
I
control.
love that.
That's good.
So, I mean, I don't think people understand how you have being a middle-aged white woman, you have an enormous amount of power to get people's attention.
Yeah.
So be careful how you use it. Like
It's weird.
You're allowed to complain. You're allowed to, if you're unhappy with the service, all good. It's just, you have to act like everyone else acts. You can't act entitled.
Yeah.
And that's really the problem. And that entitlement, unfortunately, now is costing people's lives.
Yep.
Because God forbid, like you said, the guy got arrested, he loses his job because by the way, Central Park did a post He is apparently a bird watcher in Central Park. So Central Park's like, yeah, he's one of our big bird watching guys.
Yeah,
like
it's as harmless as you get.
Yeah, he's a bird watcher. He's a
Harvard-educated bird watcher.
Harvard-educated bird watcher that's into comics. This guy is the biggest fucking nerd.
Yeah, there's not one threat.
And you know it's crazy? So the Italian restaurant across from my place, I've become very friendly with all the workers, and the number of Karen stories that they have, it's insane.
Yeah.
Like it's the only restaurant where I know all the staff, so I'm assuming this is happening at every single restaurant.
Yeah. Damn it, man. There's a new pandemic in town.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the Karens.
Yeah. I need to speak to, I don't think I've ever said the words, I need to speak to the manager.
No, because you usually just say, hey, can I talk to Tim?
Yeah. But I'm just saying, like,
Yeah, you're pretty aggressive at the H-word spots. And you talk to Brian.
Maybe Brian going right now.
I definitely
see
give
how they
Brian a
act
hard time.
when you walk in, they all scramble because they're like, shit, he's going to text Brian.
Well, yeah, okay, fine. And H-Wood venues, I'm
You're a
Karen.
Karen at H-Wood Venue.
100%.
Yeah.
I bet you, if we asked Brian, he would probably say you're his Karen.
I would definitely, I'm probably their biggest complainer.
Yeah.
Right.
That's fair.
But these Karens are doing this everywhere.
I know, but I'm not
But
going
you
to
earned
like
the right.
You're not trying to ruin the waiter's life. You just
No.
want to get your
whatever I ordered.
Paloma or whatever the fuck you want.
He wants to get his
you
free.
earned
He
the
wants to
right.
get his free food and get out.
However, like 15 years of friendship or whatever, you earn the right to be a Karen.
Yeah.
At one venue.
But like, I don't just walk into a restaurant and just saying, like,
Yeah.
I need to
Oh my
speak to the
God.
manager.
When I used to
You
work in
know-
restaurants, they were the worst.
Yeah.
And they happen very often.
And do
Yeah.
you know, they don't even understand the ripple effect that they're causing. Like, you complain, I want to talk to the manager. That's a red mark on the waiter.
Yeah, the waiter's screwed.
The waiter could get fired because of your dumbass Karenism.
Yeah.
Karens,
Oh, that's
man.
a good one.
I'm just so happy
Karenism.
that Karens are getting the attention they deserve. Because
just
it's
not-
been a thing. Like, there's been like memes about like the old white lady haircut, and
Yeah.
it said like, "This is the I need to talk to your
The
manager."
Karen
haircut.
starter pack is
The
good.
card
Yeah.
instead. Yeah.
Because from the
They're-
owner's perspective, the customer's always right.
Yeah.
Right? If you have a bunch of Karens complaining, you
Yeah.
got to please the Karens.
True.
Especially, I mean, this is probably why they act this way, but like 50-year-old white women probably get the best service
Yeah.
of any, let's just say any given TGI Fridays, Karens are getting the most like responsive service. They take advantage of it.
Because everyone's scared of them.
Yeah.
I always used to just schmooze them.
I wonder the economic impact of Karens, of
That
getting,
would be interesting.
Karens are a
waiters.
very powerful economic force.
But I mean, like getting people fired. Karens have
yeah.
also had a real negative impact on her.
Yeah. I'm curious to see if you're one of those types of people, if there's a moment of self-reflection, or are you just at home
no.
just
No,
dropping
they
N-bombs
Yeah.
and saying,
It's not even N-bombs. They're like,
Yeah.
like you get home and you're like, these fucking.
Yeah, for sure.
I think they're just emboldened in this way of life. Like, it's just second nature.
Yeah. I think you can only be that crazy if you have zero self-reflection or self-awareness.
Yeah.
Because are you just born into being a
I
Karen?
want to see a reformed Karen.
Well, because here's the thing: is
I wanna
that
see a
woman
Karen.
Amy
Did you grow
Cooper?
up to be a
I
Karen?
think that woman Amy Cooper was like a Pete Buttigieg. She was like a liberal person, but people don't understand just because you're liberal doesn't mean you're.
That's the trick. That's
Yeah.
the real mind fuck.
Yes.
Just because you like hashtag equality
Yeah.
doesn't mean
Yeah.
you're not freaking racist.
Exactly. You still don't want a black person walking by you at Central Park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep it to the hashtag.
Keep it in Harlem.
Yeah. Jesus, man. Okay, well, interesting times. Okay, let's break for an ad. Let's keep this one in-house, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, let's, what do you got, Pete?
Oh, we got the Grand Running Club. That's right, the new rebranded Grand Running
Oh, I
Club.
thought you said it wrong. I was like, damn.
No, oh no, I said it all right. But they dropped, D knows, obviously, the guy runs a fucking thing. The Running Sucks merch, which is huge, plus the virtual half marathon.
And you just said today you're not going to run the virtual half marathon.
No, of course I can't. I have to video you.
Because you have to video me.
Yep.
So I want
And I
video.
couldn't run it later in the day because it'll get too hot.
I want to be videotaped all 13.1 miles.
Okay, we're
So you
gonna
have to
hire
run
some
next to him.
people.
You have to figure that out.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
I want 2
I'll
hours.
just fly a
of-
drone.
I figure it's gonna take me 2 hours. I need full footage on me the
Well,
entire
we're
time.
just gonna strap you with a GoPro.
So you're starting Hollywood to Santa Monica? That's 13.1?
Yeah. Okay, great ad.
Joe, make
So
sure you
how
head
do you
over.
sign up for the virtual half marathon?
Yeah, what a
Let me tell you how you do that. Sorry.
God damn it.
Thought he's gonna run away with that one. So over on the Mental House, if you click on the Running Sucks, it's there, including all the Running Sucks merch as well. So check that out. But you also can just go swipe up on our story or on Grand Running Clubs. It's all there.
Great.
So hurry up, June 1st. Sign up ends.
I like it. I like the rebrand.
Yeah.
A lot easier to.
I say if we
Just
get
focus
if
on
we get
running.
500 signups, I'll run at a different time.
Oh, wow. If we get
And I
500,
know how many signups we're at. I'm gonna be watching that closely.
so we need to double.
I don't know why I just said that. Fuck. Okay.
What's up with the stock market? We still record economy? Even though it's
Booming.
all close?
We are
Okay. Why would it
on.
be down?
Nothing goes down.
American dream.
Actually, the only thing that went down today was actually Peloton. It was down 10%.
Okay. Well, that's good news.
That is good news. And the stock market is very optimistic. Now the Dow is up to nearly 25,000, S&P 500 nearly 3,000.
It's
Right.
amazing.
Great.
And most of your favorite companies are at their record highs.
Yeah.
Your Amazons, your Facebooks, everything's a record high. Optimism about the reopen. Looks like we're expecting a surging economy to come back. Everyone's going to be back to be fully employed.
Yep.
Wow.
You're going to have a wonderful Christmas.
Record
Wow.
wage inflation.
Record wage inflation. The moment you show up back to work, you get a pay raise. You didn't even know about that, but that's what's going to happen.
Wow.
Christmas, the America government is giving everyone $2,000. Go enjoy Christmas.
Wow.
Get
The
something for
government's
yourself.
giving everyone a Peloton.
Everyone-
Every family
Oh
of
my
4 gets a
gosh.
Peloton.
What a deal.
That's what it feels like.
Yeah. No.
I mean, everything is just booming.
It's just like, when does reality hit?
I don't
maybe
think,
never.
I don't think.
Ever?
I don't think so. I don't think I've ever been more wrong about something in my life than the stock market the last 60 days.
Yeah.
Who do you think won? Right. So like anyone,
They're fucking idiots.
anyone
The
smart.
Robin Hood influencers balling.
Yeah.
When remember you were saying on TikTok like you gotta
don't
buy
say
now.
it.
They were all right. They're all
They
right.
were right. Now they don't have Toyota Camrys anymore. They probably drive around in Bentleys.
Yes, they probably are driving around Bentleys.
So who won? Did the idiots who made a mistake win, and like the people who were on the inside?
Well, I think every major fund did phenomenal because most of those people weren't dumping positions because they're long-term investors. So they were all on the up and up. Then there was the handful of people that shorted on the way down and then quickly turned their, the Bill Ackman types who said, we need to reopen the country when he went and bought $3 billion of stock.
Yep.
Push. And now the reopen's happening and we're off to the races. My honest opinion, we're going to hit a snag. I don't know when.
But what can cause it? Not 37 million people unemployed.
And a
Not
global
every small
pandemic.
business shut down.
I think China trade war did cause the stock market in the fall to get hurt.
I agree. Everything you're saying, makes sense. But we effectively willed ourselves like American exceptionalism. Stock market's not going down on my watch.
No.
Doesn't matter what the underlying asset's doing. The win, you've been closed. Hey, record highs. Let's keep it moving.
I mean, we live in a fantasy land.
Yeah.
Literally.
It's literally a joke.
Okay. So, I mean, get in or whatever. I don't know. We're not stock advisors, but shit.
Yeah, I mean, everything is just,
America,
America's booming.
Can't lose.
You miss on earnings, you go up. You hit on earnings, you go up.
But you got it. I mean, I have to believe this is what gets Trump reelected.
If it just,
All you have to do is wait till November. Hold till November.
it has to hold till November. November's a long way.
I know.
But who's selling? I swear there's this you want to talk about the Illuminati.
Yeah.
They basically went to all the biggest institutions, BlackRock and all these multi-trillion-dollar financial firms and said, you guys have to keep buying.
Yeah. We'll
That's
give you
it.
free money.
Free money, just keep buying. This isn't driven by retail,
Yeah,
obviously,
yeah.
right? It's
The
institutions.
volume is
The
not
volume's
there.
insane.
Yeah.
These firms that have $1 trillion under management, keep buying, guys. They
What are you at a record high?
They probably were like, look how much money you made in the last decade.
Yeah.
Now keep it going.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
here's
it.
some free money. Play with
Yeah.
that.
Free money's nice.
Free money's nice. Okay. Well, economy's booming. What about your boy Mark Zuckerberg on it? So just for the listener who maybe missed this episode or the recap, Anand was in on this new platform called Clubhouse.
Yep.
He was in on one of the early chats, and they were showing off the platform and blah, blah, blah. And Anand was in there, and Anand saw that Mark Zuckerberg jumped in and was just watching. And we all kind of joked about, like, you know, what are you doing letting this guy in? He's notorious, you know, a rip-off artist. He's here. I mean, that was a month ago.
Yeah.
And Clubhouse can't blame anyone because the room that Zuckerberg was in that I saw, it was the two founders talking about the uniqueness of the product and the product roadmap.
These guys might be the two dumb fucks of the planet. They're the loser of the year.
At least they each took $1 million.
$1 million. That's all they got. And this guy already has it launched.
Yeah, no, Clubhouse isn't even launched. You have to sign up and they have to approve you. It's in beta. It's not in the App Store.
Facebook launched to limited release an app called Catch Up, an audio-only app. So the first iteration of it is you get to pick 8 people to do an audio chat with. So what Facebook is trying to do, I don't know if you guys got the update on Instagram today. They now have video chat on Instagram. So house party. So what Facebook wants to do is take 2 bullets, one put it in house party's head, the other one put it in Clubhouse's head. Okay? You got to kill those 2 off at one shot, and they're going to do it in one app. Instead of 2 apps, they're going to do it in one app.
So crazy.
And Catch Up, I couldn't download it because it's limited release. I don't know who's getting to download it. I'm sure they'll slowly roll it out. It's essentially Clubhouse with the house party-like feel to it.
Yep.
Clearly, I mean, if I was a developer of a consumer social product, what I would do is block anyone named Zuckerberg, anyone named Mark, and anyone in @Facebook email address.
@FB, right?
@FB. You have to shut all those people off.
Yeah.
So what? You lose out on a few 100,000 people. All those people must be blocked. Everyone with that last name, just you can never enter my app.
Yeah. Agreed.
You got this guy.
So now being taught at Group Chat University what not to fucking do
I mean,
when
if
starting
you
an app.
think about it, like Clubhouse to this point is just 2 founders. They had no employees who built this. You're telling me the Facebook machine of engineers, obviously they could drum this up.
We're just sitting at home with a record high stock, and we're like, all right, whatever. What do you Okay, Mark, who do you want to destroy today? Clubhouse, house party. You know what? Mark had a bad experience at Airbnb. Get into fucking Marketplace. That Airbnb down in Hawaii, he hated them. Take them out too.
I think he has an island in Hawaii.
He does.
Take them out.
I will say the one thing. I think I sent you a tweet over the weekend that I think with Catch Up, this might be the first time Facebook has the opportunity to pay talent.
Yeah.
To host rooms and host things. Like, they've never done that before. House Party's doing that. They're paying talent. We know people have been paid crazy amount of money to do host sessions.
Yeah.
Like, just pay.
See, look at TikTok. If they don't learn from TikTok, then they deserve to be taken over.
This is where San Francisco needs to go hire people from LA who know how to hire talent and pay talent. These apps and these platforms, the future of them, because of how good people are now at mimicking ideas, it's going to be because you have exclusive content. Look at Netflix. Netflix worked because they got the best creators.
Yeah, think about like if Jay Shetty was hosting a room, he'd have all his followers.
Yes.
Or any Lewis Howes or like any of these guys.
And tell them you don't do a podcast anymore.
Yeah.
Make them come on.
Or this could be the, bonus to their whatever their normal thing is. But sure, you can figure out the mechanics of it, but this is like because I think the problem with Clubhouse, because I pop in every once in a while, you have these unique times where someone awesome is talking, like a Naval, but most of the time it's nonsense.
Yeah.
And I like literally jump in and I'm like 30 seconds later I'm out.
Yeah.
But
That's
people
not good.
love that shit.
Yeah.
People just sit in those for hours.
Yeah.
Okay, well, lesson learned, when not to network.
Yeah.
By Clubhouse.
I mean, I would never let him into anything. If I had a party, I wouldn't let him in. He's good.
That fucking nerd's not coming in. What's he gonna fucking do? Drink out of the punch bowl? Not at my party.
Okay.
He's a runner. Would you let him in the virtual half marathon?
What? He'd steal the idea.
Facebook's got a running club.
The Facebook Run Club, 65 million people just ran a marathon. I just saved healthcare in America.
Yeah. It's for real. You can't.
I'd show up to Mark's house. Look, Mark, we got a problem.
Yeah, not worth it.
Nope.
Okay, we got a new IPO alert. Warner Music.
Yeah.
Interesting. Not, one of these flashy new tech companies that just started last year and now is IPOing for $15 billion. Warner Music looks like targeting a valuation. It says 12.5, maybe up to 13.3 billion.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. What do you guys think?
So Len Blavatnik is the billionaire owner of Warner Music Group. He bought it in 2011 for $3.3 billion. So nearly a decade later, he's going to get to exit this thing out at somewhere of a $13 billion valuation.
Wow.
Music business, from what we hear, is on fire because of streaming.
Talk about there was a real time to get into the music business.
Yeah, I think it was
10 years ago. I think this guy nailed it.
Yeah, he nailed it.
True. But remember 6 years ago when it was no one's making money, streaming, no one has figured out. It just seems like you could have scooped up some
publishing.
stuff.
If it weren't for Spotify that was run so great, armed with cash, you have a phenomenal founder and CEO, and he's armed with so much cash.
And he had vision.
I wonder if music, how much credit does he get for creating this whole...
Yeah, because Apple, I think really saved music in the early digital revolution, that post-Napster era, when we needed to figure out a way to digitally monetize music. Apple came in and I think saved the day.
Yeah.
Apple is in no rush to innovate on anything at all. They are content. We have our phone. We'll give you a little bit more pixels. And then we'll give you a little more pixels, and then a little more pixels,
an extra camera lens,
and then a camera lens,
and we'll get AirPods,
and you get you get a wireless.
They're going to sell $13 billion in AirPods, so maybe they don't need to innovate.
That's why they don't care about Joe Rogan.
Yeah, and they don't care about podcasting or music or whatever. And what the irony is Steve Jobs was so passionate about music and iTunes and it was. I mean, the iPhone comes from a device to listen to music on.
Yeah,
that is what. Music is an inherent part of what Apple made.
Well, the iPod came out first.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was the whole idea was an easier way to listen to music. And it's crazy that Spotify has come and revolutionized music. And then all these record labels who literally, no offense to them, but they didn't do shit. They're just lucky that Daniel Ek from Spotify came by and just blew up the music industry, and then you just so happen to have a nice catalog and you get to ride the wave. You got Bruno Mars, so everyone's listening to it.
But think about when you throw in Spotify, Apple Music, Instagram, YouTube.
Oh yeah,
all TikTok. The places that these artists are blowing up on have nothing to do with the label.
No,
they're not servicing you to radio.
Yeah, and I think the fact that to me, I think someone at this company realizes they're holy shit, nobody needs Warner Music the way they needed Warner Music 10 years ago. Yeah. We better either, one, head for the exits, in which they did. He's going to monetize it. He's just going to become richer.
Yeah.
And then the label needs to evolve. They need to really understand what their purpose is.
Yeah. I want someone to, I guess Anthony would probably be the best, but to fill me in on why the label truly matters.
Anthony won't give us the real answer. Let's be honest.
Even off air?
Maybe off air that we can't share. So let's just make our guesses.
Yeah. Why they matter? Guess why they matter. I mean, I honestly think that it's just an admin. It's just someone to handle all the shit.
And they do front money.
I think they're a bank.
Artists don't have, right?
I think they're a bank.
So artists need money to record. They're not coming out of pocket to go buy studio sessions. They're just an old school gatekeeper.
But it's a bank. To me, they're a bank. They're just they're a shitty bank.
If you could go,
they're the Wells Fargo of banks.
Ooh, maybe there should be dirty money on the record.
I mean, those rates are horrendous. I want to know what the rate is. Signing a record advance as if you just took a loan. Yeah. Obviously a lot of these kids can't get loans, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I bet it's horrendous.
Yeah.
But I also think it's just the fact that look, you'd have to go get a loan, you'd have to hire a team.
Yes.
And no one's going to do that.
I think the administrative process that a record label does is very needed for an artist.
Yeah.
The problem is I don't think the economics make sense for the artist to get an administrative.
Of course not. And think about 20 years ago, a label may have helped market or push you. Yeah. But if you don't have your own pop and social on Instagram, TikTok, you're toast.
Yeah. Toast. I mean, what other industry does someone doing distribution and administrative work get us such a big percentage?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, it's crazy.
That's a fee.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm curious. We'll ask off air. I guess we can just kind of say. We can ask a few people. We won't say who it came from.
Yeah. I want a real answer.
Anthony,
I want the truth.
I just want to know, like, honestly, knowing if you knew everything, like Anthony, like you know everything about the music industry, honestly, is it worth doing it and why?
My guess is it's to de-risk. Like if you're an up-and-coming artist, you're just de-risking yourself by letting them do all this. And then, because most artists fail, right?
Yeah.
Like what's the hit rate? You think a label signs 10 artists, how many actually are around 5 years from now?
Yeah, probably one.
I feel like you'd be better off begging to like sign to David Dobrik. Like what you want, the ultimate power is just eyeballs online.
Yeah.
So however you get those, because I don't think labels know how to get those. What are they doing? They're paying these kids to try to put them in TikTok videos?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the old school A&R had to go to the shitty clubs to like scout who the next big artist is. It's all online.
Yeah, you know in
service it to
5 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm curious. Okay. Well, good for Warner. Either way, Len came up.
Yeah.
Bigger boat for next summer.
Big boat.
He's got
Once
a big
this
boat.
quarantine opens up, big boat. Okay, here's the interesting thing. We and a lot of people have been talking about, oh my gosh, in this pandemic time, who's really going to thrive? Is it Zoom? Is it Peloton? Who is it? Here's one that you might not have thought about. Because a lot of people are working from home and just spending more time at home, they're looking into quick, easy, affordable ways to spice up their home. Mm-hmm. One place in particular to go to do all of that is Wayfair. Wayfair is thriving.
You know, Wayfair, for those that don't know, is a furniture marketplace. And there's all these interesting businesses that really struggled online. Like furniture was an industry that was really tough for people to buy online because, you know, you didn't know the size and, you know, the shipping and the return policies. And Wayfair had kind of figured out a lot of those logistics already. And they were already a great business. They're publicly traded. And then really during the pandemic, people wanted to improve their home life. So furniture sales exploded. Actually, Mike Hillel, who runs Sunhaven Furniture, is an outdoor furniture guy, is in our run club. I randomly had a call with him not too long ago, and I was like, how's your business? Outdoor furniture, like, is it good? And he's like, oh, it's great. And it looked like a lot of people were focusing on improving their house. And a company like Wayfair got accelerated because furniture buying is something you definitely did at retail, at least to go view. Yeah. And maybe you purchased online.
And you want to sit in your sofa.
Exactly. But now it's like, if you don't have that option, then you buy it the way you have to buy it.
So I don't know if you guys talked about this last week because I was under a rock, but when you talked about, did you talk about Facebook and how they're going to alter pay based on location?
Yeah. No, actually we didn't. We skipped that.
Okay. So anyways, tech companies are forcing work from home.
Yeah.
Right? It's almost across the board. Every major tech company is forcing work from home.
Yep.
When we reopen, it's going to be an element, but we're not forcing anyone. We're still going to have office space that if you want to come work, you can come work. Are tech companies going to fund their employees to build out an office where they're going to be productive? Sure, everyone's kind of like...
Facebook gave everyone $1,000 when the pandemic started.
That's one of the things. Yeah. I don't think a lot of companies will, but that's one of the like things is like, okay, so who's going to make sure everyone has fast Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
Right.
Like, who's going to buy everyone a router?
And like, most of the people that work for these tech firms are younger people that live in 2-bedroom apartments. Yep. Like one of my best friends, they were in a 1-bedroom apartment and they're both like senior execs at tech firms and they had to upgrade to a 2-bedroom because like we can't work in a 1-bedroom apartment. We both need our own space.
But they could leave the town they live in.
Sure.
True, but you're right. It's just then that's like
it's like
the reality,
tricky, right? Like most people don't live in homes that you can just quickly outfit an office and be kind of sheltered away from the rest of the home.
Most young people, yes, because they're living in metropolitan, urban, dense areas.
When I think like phase one, like most of the people that live at these companies live in cities or whatever.
Yeah.
Expensive areas. So phase one was like the honeymoon, like, oh, I get to work from home and live in a nice city.
Yeah.
Now it's like, yo, if you want to work from home, you got to move to.
You got to move far because you need to create an office.
Yes.
I am in Zoom meetings where like the dude is in his car because he's like, I don't have a quiet place, so I just work out of my car.
Yeah.
so many Zoom meeting calls.
I mean, you know,
I'm like,
I
are
mean-
you driving? This seems like he's like, no, this is my home office because
when you-
I don't have a quiet place.
When
I'm
you have a
crazy.
kid our age, you have to remove every table
Yeah.
Yeah.
because he's gonna hit his head. He's not like stable enough. Like, it's actually logistically kind of hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need another room that you
Yeah.
can close the door. Yeah,
There's going to be, that's why I think that what Wayfair is creating this enormous opportunity to outfit your home, and they're a marketplace. So similar to how Amazon created all these huge Amazon sellers, there's going to be huge Wayfair sellers. So like if you're interested in looking at something, furniture to me is going to be creating the right furniture for your home. Because even if you look at the modern desk that everyone uses, isn't right for your home. It's right for your office.
yeah.
Right.
Like you need a desk that
Like,
also
think
can
about
be
how
like
big
a
are
beer
my-
pong table. You know, it's like
Yeah.
I
No,
agree.
it's fascinating.
Okay, well then how about the flip side of that? So they're doing great. Someone else among the many other who are not doing so great that has a bit of a trickle effect that we haven't talked about yet is the rental car industry. So as you can imagine, just getting freaking creamed. And what I didn't realize is the effect that has on the auto industry as a whole and kind of the bigger picture.
Yeah, Taylor did a whole thing on the Tuesday newsletter about Hertz car. Hertz is longtime rental car powerhouse filing for bankruptcy. But the more interesting, there's some really interesting stats on rental car companies that you don't even realize. Rental car companies account for 10% of or more of U.S. new car sales. That's an estimated 1.7 to 1.9 million cars. 2/3 of their revenue are driven from airport location.
Sheesh.
They are toast.
They are HURTS.
And the interesting thing is, I started thinking about like, okay, because like I'm obviously in the market for a Chrysler Pacifica minivan,
Yep.
and where I got that idea was because every time I would rent a minivan at a rental place, that's what they gave me. So my assumption is Chrysler is struggling like no other, and should be ripe for great deals.
Yeah, you should be able to you should steal a minivan.
So everything points to over the next decade, the automobile industry's toast.
'Cause
So
I
I should
think-
go long.
Sounds like they're gonna win.
Sounds like their stocks
Yeah,
are going to
yeah,
be
yeah.
booming.
I do think that the reverse of the impact of Uber, the reverse will be there will be a big boom in car purchases, even if it's on the lower end side of the.
Oh, because you're saying people don't want an Uber anymore?
Yeah, I think that to get people back to Ubering like the way they used to
Yeah.
will increase car purchases, and especially because I don't think car purchases have slowed down outside of big cities.
You don't.
No, I think
You don't think they slow down outside a big city?
I think in suburbia, car sales are probably the same they were a few years ago.
Interesting.
I wonder. I mean, I don't
I
see
think
why
I
not.
got a buddy that works at a dealership. He can tell me.
Yeah,
He said right before it, they were doing big numbers.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like right before they got cut off.
Yeah.
He was just like, we just sold 30, 40 cars today. And
I
was
know
like,
someone
what do
who's a
you
car
mean?
salesman in
Yeah.
the valley, and he's like, he was killing it.
Yeah.
I
This
hope
is
for
good.
their sakes they are booming because car dealerships run on very thin margins.
Yep.
So if your business dips 20, 30%, you're out.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. We will find out soon enough. But my guess would be it's the opposite of whatever logic would tell you.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
If we've learned anything through this
Welcome to
pandemic.
2020.
Yes.
Hertz. By the way, Hertz going bankrupt. They're selling a lot of their cars. So
Oh,
if
you,
you're-
Take it
but you
back.
want a new Chrysler.
I want a new one, but I'm just
Yeah.
saying if you're looking for a cheap car,
My issue, I guess cheap car, because like if I've done anything with a rental car, it has absolutely beat the shit out of it.
yeah,
Oh yeah, those things are fun.
Yeah, that would be the other side. But
you
hey,
probably get a good deal.
if you're in the market,
Yeah.
need some cheap.
Okay. All right. We've reached the end of the episode. It's the time where every Wednesday we talk about what we saw on social media throughout the last week that was worth mentioning.
Yep.
T, what'd you see?
Mine is 3 stages of Karening.
Ooh. Nice.
The first one, the call. Hello, 911. Yes,
Oh, God.
they're being black in public.
That's step one?
Step 1.
Whoa.
Step 2.
This is scaring me.
Jeez.
Step-
Where's this escalating to?
Step
Oh, yeah,
2.
good.
Murder.
The dare. Go ahead, post your video.
Ooh, yep.
Step 3, the meltdown. No, I'm so misunderstood. I'm the least racist person I know.
Yeah.
I worked with a black lady. We never spoke, but she was there. I have a Prince CD.
Prince.
Who wrote that?
Someone just like a political cartoon type person.
Oh, did you see our boy Taylor went a little viral this weekend?
Yeah, you got the fat Jewish post.
Oh yeah. What about Lion King or what was it?
No, Lion King.
What was it?
2020's Lion. No, it's the Tiger King.
Tiger King. Tiger King felt like it came out like 10 years ago or something like
Yeah,
that.
it feels like it came out a year ago.
Okay.
But Fat Jewish somehow just scoped it
Well,
out.
I don't know. I don't know where Taylor got it. I don't know if it was original thought from Taylor. Claims to be.
He's
Who
a
knows?
bit of a stealer of content.
Right.
It
That
doesn't
guy's
quite make
scheming.
sense that Fat Jewish just happened to be perusing Taylor's feed.
Right.
Ah.
Did Fat Jewish actually post it, or did Taylor just screenshot it?
No,
and
no,
did it?
Fat
Fat
Jewish
Jewish posted
posted.
on
No,
story
he
and
had
tagged
it
him.
first.
Oh, wow.
He had it first, but like who knows
He
circulation.
probably traded him for some feet hoodies.
Yeah, let's not
Yeah,
joke.
we
here.
got to look into this. This is a conspiracy.
See, this is Taylor's scheminess.
Yeah.
Schemy.
Right. Keep that same energy on behind closed doors. Anand, what'd you see?
So over the weekend and today, President Donald J. Trump has been accusing Joe Scarborough, famous MSNBC host, former congressman, of murder.
Murder. Who'd he murder?
So
Murder.
I shouldn't be laughing. So
Sorry.
in 2001, when Joe Scarborough was a congressman, a staffer in his office had a heart condition, caused her to collapse and hit her head on her desk, and she died.
Oh my gosh.
Donald Trump is now calling for law enforcement to investigate because he says negative things about Donald Trump on MSNBC. The widow of the woman who died is pleading with Twitter to delete the tweets. He said he went through the terms and services and this violates your terms and services. And Jack Dorsey says, no, I will not remove the tweets.
Jack stands with anything. Jack and Mark stand with anything to do with fuckery.
So I actually
Traffic.
don't mind Mark. Mark's in character at all times.
That's true.
I don't care. I'm doing what I want to do. Jack goes on this media tour pretending like he
save
actually
Africa.
cares about what people think. That's a big difference. Zuck is Zuck. Get off his platform if you don't like the way he runs it.
Yeah.
He's being very transparent on how he's going to run it.
He's like,
Jack-
you have a nice app? Now I have a nice app.
Yeah, you're right. No, you're right. Yeah, Jack is playing a little both sides of the fence here.
Yeah.
What a psychopath.
Why he's accusing a public figure of murder repeatedly over the weekend.
I mean, imagine if you're this poor lady's husband.
Yeah, he's like, take it down. It's false.
Okay. Well, 4 more years, huh?
Yeah.
Who's
Maybe
ready?
10.
Why not?
Why 4?
Yeah, you saw the post he did where it was like Trump 37. Okay, mine is a video that went viral on TikTok. Just a good, first one of these I've seen on TikTok. Good little bit of the power of the internet in a good way. A little kid apparently chased his mailman down the street and begged him to send his old skateboard to Tony Hawk. The guy did a post about it, the FedEx guy or UPS guy did a post about it and said, hey, Tony, if you see this, whatever. And Tony Hawk actually saw it.
Yeah.
Tony Hawk made a video back and sent the kid his current skateboard autographed. Just, the power of the internet for
Yeah.
good.
I feel like Tony Hawk is one of those dudes who just like always just do anything.
He's an OG though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Does he
what
still have the
fuck-
cred in skate world?
He has like,
They're about to drop Tony Hawk Skater.
No, I'm
Yeah.
saying like
But
the
like
heart
for-
where drama comes from.
he has,
Not like mainstream skate.
yeah. Tony Hawk was always like mainstream, like the first like sellout mainstream. Plus he was a vert skater. Like real skaters didn't really give a shit. But I do think at this point he's almost like he's like a
Michael
cartoon
Jordan.
character.
Yeah.
Like he's like it's Tony Hawk.
Yeah.
Right.
But
So
yeah,
like the Nyjah fan's not a Tony Hawk fan.
they're not fans. They don't care. Real skaters. I mean, even Nyjah is looked at as like a bit of a sellout.
Really?
Yeah, people don't like Nyjah.
I
Why?
thought he was like king of the
No,
hill.
Nyjah's king of the mainstream.
Got it.
Core skateboarders don't like Nyjah.
So
For
who's-
his Instagram, he looks like he lives a great life.
He lives an incredible life. I am
Also
not
from his
mad at
house
him.
tour. It looks like he lives a good
Not
life.
mad at him at all. And you want to know what he's done flawlessly is he transitioned from the best pro skateboarder in the world, like highest earning and all that stuff, to he's like a social media star.
Yeah.
He's like hanging out with the FaZe Clan and skating in his living room and riding dirt bikes. Like he's literally
He's a cool guy.
So who's the core skater hero? The guy that hates his life. Everyone
Miserable.
sucks. But
Shitbag.
this guy, he's awesome.
Yeah, I don't even know. I'd be the lame guy for even saying it. I don't know now. I don't know, but there are these like guys that just nobody knows, but you're cool because you hate everything, including money and paying your rent and
Interesting
Health
culture.
insurance.
new clothes. Yeah, it's a very weird industry, but yeah, good for Tony. And you know, he's using his social media power. They announced Tony Hawk's Pro Skaters coming back. A lot of people are excited about that. So Tony Hawk's he's almost pulling like a Will Smith here.
Yeah.
Good for
You know,
him.
the OG getting hip to social media.
Smart man.
Okay, what do we got? We got some B-Days. We got some shout-outs.
Yeah, Tim. You want to come over and do it?
Tim, you got a shout-out?
Yeah. Tim's got a birthday.
Is this the first time
Alright.
anyone's hearing Tim's voice?
No, we featured Tim plenty of time.
Have we?
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean,
Okay.
Tim Gamache music, Tim Gamache.
Well, no, I mean, if we just sat down and talked on the pod. There he is. Here he comes. He's already a little red.
Hi.
Hi, my name is Tim.
Hi. I'm Tim.
I got a message from Julieta who said her hubby's birthday is coming up, and his name is Joseph Valdez,
Okay.
June 28th. So happy birthday, Joseph.
Happy birthday,
Sure, I was
Joseph.
the one you wanted to shout out your birthday. Also, you're graduating college. I can relate to that. I just graduated college this past year. Congrats.
Wow. I like that.
And the reason this is so special is because this is the first group chat message that Tim has got. So people have now
Yeah.
infiltrated.
Yeah.
I'm the
Tim's,
plug, so clearly everyone should follow me.
Yeah. If you want to get something done, go to Tim.
If you want to get in through to anybody else,
Tim's your guy.
Yeah.
Tim's your guy.
Pete's too big now. He's not going to reply to DMs anymore.
true.
So I'm the new
There you go.
plug.
There you go. I like it.
You know?
I like it.
It worked. The plan
the way it
worked.
is.
I mean, and props to them for taking the roundabout way, you know? Because they probably knew, like, hey, I know how to get this done. Let's hit up Tim.
Really early shout out on the birthday.
Oh, yeah.
We're a solid
Yeah,
month out.
Yeah.
They didn't
time.
trust
I was
that you would
thinking
deliver it the week of. They're like, fuck it. Just get me my birthday shout out now.
I thought it was May 28th.
Yeah, that was June.
Oh, my God.
June? Why are you shouting him out a month
Oh,
early?
my God. Preparation.
all right, we got to take that one out.
No, you
No,
gotta
it's
do that.
there.
Okay,
This is good. Tim, I wanted Tim to do this so that he
Oh, wow.
learned, 1 month in advance.
Did you
giving
set
people.
this up? You knew that it was June?
No, because they DM me too, and I said no problem. The week of, we'll shout it out, and Tim just went
You
ahead
let
and
Tim walk into the
yeah,
fire.
I just let him do it. He's amateur hour over here.
Here we go. Tim.
Why do I know what month it is? It doesn't matter.
I want you're proud, you're excited.
Yeah.
I just I clearly you don't. Maybe your college degree didn't include reading.
Where'd you go to college? To an art school. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe calendar management wasn't on yours.
I had one last thing. Someone just sent me this CNN headline. In the spirit of flying blind, the CDC says now that the antibody test might be wrong half the time.
Half the time.
Half.
What about the other half?
Why would the other half be right?
Okay, so get the test and then flip a coin. Heads it's right, tails it's wrong. Okay, well,
God.
good stuff. Okay, we did it, guys. Tim, thank you. Thanks for being super prepared.
Yeah. Jump the gun on the birthday.
Hard jump. Love it
But we did it. Make sure you hit up our website, Melrose Street Journal, for all of our articles and topics. Subscribe to our newsletter there. Hit us up on Instagram at Group Chat Pod.
If you'd ever like to see what it's like to see the visual of this podcast, you can find us on YouTube.
Oh yeah, we're on YouTube, and also we have Behind Closed Doors with Pete and Taylor.
And it's starting to heat up.
Is it?
Who do you
Well,
got
I
this
mean,
week?
Are views up? Or what's going
no,
on?
well, yes, but this whole thing with Rob is really,
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
I mean, it's eating away at me at night, like I'm losing sleep.
You saw
I would
that?
too.
You saw
Wait,
that
so
guy
Deke
Mike?
caught me
Yeah,
up on
fuck
it.
Mike.
There's some beef?
There's beef.
Schemerton.
So-
And just to reiterate, if any of the listeners don't know, what happened was Pete and Taylor do this show called Behind Closed Doors, which is on IGTV and YouTube. It's on Tuesdays and Thursdays. We go on it all the time. And so I went on for the first episode, and Pete made some sort of comment about Taylor being schemy,
Yep.
like how Rob is. And I said, What do you mean? What do you mean schemy? You know, I don't know. And so anyway, no big deal. We went on with our days, and Rob tracked down Taylor on LinkedIn and just wrote "schemy schemerton," and then I hit up Rob, and I'm like, "Oh my God, you heard that?" And he was like, "Yeah." He watches because he listens to the episodes.
Yeah.
And I didn't think he would watch Behind Closed Doors, but he does.
Yeah.
And so he hit me up and he wants to go on Behind Closed Doors.
So you have a TV mogul coming for your head.
Yes. And like so ready to just rip it off.
And
Yeah.
you saw the guy who DM'd me.
Yes.
This guy Mike DM'd me, and he had a really nice. He's like, I listened to group chat Detour. Thanks for all your great advice. And then at the bottom, P.S. I hope Rob punches that ginger idiot in the face.
So behind the closed doors, may have a short run.
The doors are closed.
And just like that, folks.
Yeah.
And Rob responded to the
I saw that.
Instagram, and he was like, what do you say? Oh, poor your boy Pete.
Even that's rough for your boy P.
What did he do? He wrote on the IGTV post?
So
No, on my.
He wrote,
has Rob agreed to come on?
Yeah, Rob wants to go on Behind Closed Doors. He hit me up and said, I want to go on.
I can't wait to see this
Yeah.
recording to see how red Pete's going to be the entire episode.
Because
sweating.
Pete grew up watching Fantasy
Yeah.
Factory.
Yeah. I
And
mean,
now-
in his town, they're going to probably play this in the bar.
Yeah.
It's like that meme where, you know, that bar that it's
Yeah,
that
where they all
famous
cheer.
Anything Rob says. Yeah, you might be kicked out of your hometown.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Might be
listen, you
banned.
walked into this, and just like Tim did, we got to let you face it.
Yeah.
So you'll be on it alone.
you
and
know,
good luck.
there's, you know, I'm
You
not
gotta
going to
watch
say
it.
I'm.
You gotta watch what you say about people.
Yeah,
I'm
guess
impressed
so.
Rob's trolling LinkedIn.
Yeah, that was the ultimate move
I
there.
don't know. Rob's out
was
here,
really
man.
good.
Rob's watching.
Yeah, yeah, Big Brother watching.
Yeah.
Literally.
Always.
Very scary.
All right. So that's it. So stay tuned. That'll come
Soon enough.
soon enough. Okay, guys. Thank you so much, and we will be back on Friday.